Kim, now that you've had a chance to go back and look at the tape from last weekend, what needs to be shored up on the run defense?
One, we got to get off blocks. We got to be more sound in our stance and our alignments. And I think we have to understand how people are going to attack us. We put some stuff out there that's unacceptable, but we get to clean it up on Sunday.
Cam, you guys spent a lot of time and effort as an organization, from the draft to free agency. Everything kind of since the Ravens game was the run defense got to be better, the run defense got to be better, and it wasn't better.
Right.
Is that concerning, frustrating, curious?
I don't think it's done just in one game, but we got to answer for that. Guys got to get off blocks. Up front, if we get double, we still have to maintain our gaps. And everybody has an assignment. Run defense isn't just an up front job. It's from the back end perspective, it all works together. And we can't make excuses for it, but we got to be better.
Cam, is it just physicality? Is that the main thing? Like, what do you look at when you see?
Physicality, we could be a lot better. I'm not shying away from that. I think being accountable too. If you have to be in the B gap, you got to be in the B gap. If you have to be, if you get a double, it doesn't matter that you're getting the double, but it means somebody else is free. When we've been at our best, it's multiple guys either defeating their blocks or just maintaining their gaps.
You guys are coming off a really physical training camp. Why do you think that physicality didn't necessarily translate over to week one of the regular season?
I don't have a concrete answer to that. All I can try to do is be a better me and a better player. I think, you win those type of games and it's easy to just say, close the book. But I think our perspective is we can be a lot better, and we just got to find ways to win.
Cam, how relieved were you to get the contract situation taken care of before the game? And were you satisfied with it?
I'm only realizing how more I'm relieved just because I'm sleeping a lot better. But, I think glad to put that behind us. Glad I can just focus on football and go out there and earn it.
Mike talked about anticipation being part of being better against double teams and what offensive lines are trying to do against you. What can you guys do, especially with the younger guys on your defensive line, to better anticipate what teams are trying to do?
Anticipation is one thing, play awareness, understanding what type of blocks you're going to get in certain schemes. But I also think just using your hands. It's not talked about enough. A lot of guys think it's just go upfield, play with your shoulders. I think sometimes it needs to be an emphasis on using your hands so you can get off blocks, so you can, transfer power from another guy. And so all those things come into play, but, we got to be better all the way around.
Is that something Carl has emphasized with you guys this week, especially on film and out in practice?
Yeah. I think understanding that, there's plays to be made and everybody can be thirsty about making those plays. But I think also, you maintain your gap and you set that line of scrimmage and you set an edge. We're a much better defense when you do that.
Cam, you mentioned the sleepless nights. What was your reaction to some of the social media reactions?
To their reaction to it getting done?
To it, the whole thing from wanting something more to your contract.
It's a business. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Things might get out there that aren't true or, not what I'm looking for, but, it is what it is. I can only let my play speak for it, and going forward, that's all I'm going to do.
So you will play free of any concern of anything else but playing?
That's all I'm worried about.
The result of it, what you were looking for, Cam? The result of it, is it what you wanted?
Hey, pipe down!
My goodness.
The result of the contract.
Yeah.
Was it what you were looking for? Was it what you wanted? Was the whole process worth it for you in the end?
I think it has to be a compromise on both sides. I understand they don't normally do it, and all I'm asking for is the opportunity to go out and earn it. That's just what I want to do.
We've seen stuff about the incentives in that package,
Yeah.
including winning a playoff game. How much more motivating is that? I know you're a motivated person in general, but how much more motivating is something like that for you?
It doesn't motivate me anymore. You know, the goal is not to just win a playoff game; it's to win a Super Bowl. So it's just more icing on the cake, the way I look at it.
Cam, the new Michigan guy, do you know him from anywhere, and how much can he help the defense?
You know, Peppers, got to see him, you know, when he was with New England, when he was with Cleveland. I just think, you know, he plays fast, he plays downhill, and we got to be a lot better with him.
There's been a lot of questions about Keanu Benton's role as a nose tackle. You know, he's a smaller, quicker guy. What do you think he brings as a nose that benefits you guys as defense?
He's athletic. You know, I think he can get upfield very fast. You know, he has a good, you know, chop, and you know, then you know, I just think he brings, you know, he's very similar to how Javon Hargrave used to play. Not always the biggest stature, but you know, can get to a spot quick. And you know, he's going to be a great player. You know, I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be a nose we can depend on, and he can also rush a passer. So having that type of flexibility at that position is key.